going on, guys? Just wanted to show off my flipper here. I actually just got the Flipper Zero. I backed it 2 years ago on Kickstarter. Um, Pretty neat little device. I played with it a little bit so far. I've been able to finally figure out some Ducky script. I'm no programmer or coder or anything. I'm not any sort of special technician or anything, but it is a pretty neat little device. I like it. I've got the 256 gigabyte micro SD card in there for storage. Um, it's got the neat little corner piece here. I gotta get one of the lanyards for it. I've played around with a couple of the TVs. I've set a couple of my remotes. I've gone out and actually tested them on public TVs too, as well, and was able to have some success when sending out the code through the infrared. Um, but so far, my favorite so far has been the bad USB setting, and that basically reads the Ducky script, and you could just write in a notebook. You can make custom files, like I have Rick Rolled. I have this other one, Sauce. There was original demos on there. I deleted the demos for Windows after I figured out how to do it, and kind of just started making my own. I'm probably gonna make a couple more just for fun. It does have the pins up here. I ordered the Wi-Fi board after it came out already. I haven't actually gotten it in yet, but it's because I only ordered it the other day. But it's pretty awesome so far, gonna be honest. So I've got the silicone case on here. Let me just take that off just to show it off. This is it without it. So I paid the extra. I just got this just to protect it from different weather wear and tear, blah blah blah. Um, yeah, it feels of a pretty decent metal. It doesn't feel cheap. Surprisingly, it's heavy. Got all sorts of little features here. It's got the iButton reader. I don't really have anything for iButton yet. I haven't run into it, but you can read, save them, and basically save any of your iButtons that you want to read through RFID. It also has GPIO. That's the pins up here. Hopefully, when I get the board in, I can do more videos on that. The infrared. It's another one that I use a lot. I have a couple remotes in here. I have my sound bar, my TV, and the LEDs for this room. So I'll even do an example now. So if we go down here, I can change this to red, and as you can see, my whole room turned red. I got green saved in there. Change that to green. But yeah, neat little things like that. And I like blue. I always keep it on blue. But actually, let's go to white just for video sakes. Seemed like we were getting better quality video there. But yeah, so I have that. I basically have some other settings that my LED strips are programmed in there. It has a universal library for TV so far. Uh, this is what I've basically been using on the public TVs or when I go out, or if I mess with my family too, I mess with them a little bit. You got a power button, volume, channel. The most common one is the power button. That one seems to be the one that works the most. I haven't really used the other channels. It's like I said, I've already programmed my remote, so I don't really need the universal NFC. This is for your bank cards or RFID cards. Those are the kind of things that give off a signal. Like run special action. We got my bank card in there. I'm not gonna show that information because I can't blur that out yet. But basically, you can read any of the cards you want, and it'll just see how it's saying detecting NFC card, and then you basically just put your RFID up on there, and it'll read it. We also have the 125 hertz. I haven't really used this yet. Like I said, I'm not like super tech savvy, so I haven't figured out what the setting does or what it's reading actually in RFID. So LFRFID, not sure yet, but I'll figure it out. Sub gigahertz, that's just frequencies. If you got key fobs, it can read your. So key fobs on the newer cars, they have the rolling code. So I haven't had much luck in actually setting it for my keys, but it does pick up the frequencies, and you can set it for other things like garage openers, barriers, that kind of thing. If you get the right megahertz. I've currently been working on the garage door opener at work. I'm trying to find the frequency for that. I was able to get the analyzer, but I haven't gotten to work yet. You basically just record. So, like, you can read it here, and it'll scan for it and tell you what your code is. And you can also read the raw, and that's where you can make a recording of it, basically. Hit record, it'll go. If you get sees a frequency, you'll see it pop up on there, and then you basically stop and save, and or you can send it, and it'll play back the frequency. There's nothing on there, obviously, so it's not really doing it. I don't have anything really I can show an example of at home for that. Let's see what else we got here. Exit. Let's get back. Of course, you got your settings. So let's say it does have Bluetooth. I don't know why my Bluetooth is off. I like turning that on, so I'm going to go ahead and switch that to on. So that's on now. You got your LCD. You can adjust the backlight brightness, that kind of thing. You have backlight time, how long it stays on before it times out, LED brightness, volume. It does have volume when you scan things. It makes it kind of like a beep. It also has vibrate. So storage, it's like I said about my SD card. I do have the 256 gigabyte micro SD that I use on there. That I will never need space again because of that. I actually had one lying around from when I was trying to mod my PS Vita, and it didn't really work out too well. So I ended up just having a micro SD laying around, and now I finally have a purpose for it. Yeah, you can format the card actually on here, and you can even benchmark it. It'll give you like an idea of like how well your card's working, that kind of thing. So back out of there. Does have the option for power, battery info, and it basically tells you what your consumptions are. And reboot. It has power off. I haven't powered it off yet. Desktop. This is where you can set your favorite app, and you can also set a pin to lock your device when it times out. It'll require you to basically put in the arrow command as a pin. Passport, this is basically just checking on your flipper. So my guy's happy right now. There's this little name. It's a little hard to see. Sorry for the camera not focusing too well on it. UT4Y0 is my unique flipper name, and from what I believe, these each have a unique flipper name. But yeah, this is where you watch him level up. I'm really excited to get him level 2. I'm just gonna keep writing a bunch of stupid little duck scripts to see if he can't. We'll see if we can't just level him up quick. He's gotten about a quarter of the way pretty quick, so let's see what other levels. Systems, log level, debug. I don't really mess with that stuff since I don't know what it's about. I do have debug tools on here. I haven't really used them. There's plugins. You got a Bluetooth remote, and that's just playing like a regular, plain old Bluetooth remote. I'm gonna exit out of that. You can install your own plugins on there too, as well. I haven't figured out how to do that. I don't really use those. Music player, that was a funny one. So click this on. Here, we'll put that up to the actual mic. And that basically just loops for the entire time. But it was a neat little feature they added on there. You also have the little Snake game, of course. So it's got Snake. You basically just play. I mean, if anybody's ever played Snake, it's just a basic game of Snake. So that's about it. U2F. This is for your tokens online. If you use the digital tokens, I forget what they're used for, but it's an authentication token that you can use online. I didn't have luck with Windows with it. I was trying to set it so I need this to log into my Windows account, but Windows unfortunately did not accept it. I didn't have any luck with it. Maybe if somebody out there has a video on it, I could try it later. And like I said, this leads us back to the bad USBs. So bad USB, basically, this is my favorite part of this, actually. This is where I've had the most fun so far. So I'm going to take this USB drive here. I'm going to plug it into my computer, give a quick example of that, and show what I can do here. So in the meantime, while I'm doing this, a kind of explain this because I have to set up my computer. But basically, what you see right here is the Q flipper. It's used for updating the firmware when you first open the box. So you plug your flipper in, it'll detect it. Let's see now. There we go. So you can see my flippers in there. I have the current firmware. No updates yet. There was an update to Q Flipper today, but it wasn't for the actual device. See, it displays my name. I can actually control the flipper from here too, which I thought was pretty cool. It's got a basically a emulator for your screen, and you can actually go through the different settings on your thing. Your particular device. I just go back. Yeah, there's my guy sleeping. Mine sleeps a lot, but yeah, like I said, I have the firmware. You have the different different types of firmware you can install here. I don't really mess with these because, like, again, I said I'm not very tech savvy. They have the developers and the release candidate, which I believe is the early release, but I'm not too sure. Like I said, I haven't messed with the firmware too much. Yeah, it just gives you all your information here, but by far my favorite. So let me see if I can actually capture this on my computer screen real quick. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Let's just go to yeah, so you know what? Hold on. Probably just aim the camera at the screen at this point. We'll just do the camera feed instead of messing around. Yeah, so basically, I mean, most of you guys who have these are going to know what a bad USB is, like Ducky USB. So we're going to go ahead and go down to here. I'll show you what I have programmed so far on mine. I haven't got it to actually initiate the one I wanted, but so we'll go to bad USB. I have the Rickroll setting. Let's play that. And then basically we're gonna hit run. And as you can see, it brings up the Rick Ashley. Now mine didn't play, but it probably, you get the gist of it. I'm still new to the whole duck script. So here, I'll do that again just in case, because I know that was a little funky. But yeah, it's basically just a program. I always thought that was cool. The demo originally, which I deleted, unfortunately I can't show you guys, was the it basically just says hello world, copy paste that a couple times, explains what it's doing, and then shows a picture of the mascot dolphin flipper, and yeah, that's about it. But like I said, this device has been pretty awesome. Right now they're only available for pre-order, but I believe the pre-order is closed. I backed this on Kickstarter for about $128 because I thought it was a neat little device, and I thought it'd be something fun to play with. It's also good if you're a developer and you have different skills, but definitely a fun little investment. Yeah, it was about 128 back then, and then it's now, I believe, 168 if you want to buy one. I think, don't quote me on that. I think it's somewhere around that ballpark, though. But it is definitely fun. I definitely recommend it. I can't wait to see more videos on how to use different aspects of it. I'd love to see everybody else using their flippers. Just because like a lot of my, like, how I learn these things is just learning through, like, basically YouTube and all those things. So watching these videos come out, I've seen a couple unboxes so far that were pretty cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's a neat little hacker tool here. That's about all I got for now. So you guys take it easy. I'll see you on the next video. Maybe I'll write some more script or figure out some more content I can make with this. So take care for now. Enjoy.